Hello everybody and welcome to another video. This one's been asked for on many of occasions, Sharon. We haven't done this for a good few years now, but we're going to make what?
Piccalilli.
That yellow pickle stuff that you normally buy in the jars, which can be a bit sharp, the shop bought stuff, can't it?
I don't eat it, I don't like it.
Yeah, but if you've had it homemade, it's a totally different kettle of fish, folks. We've got all the ingredients prepared here. We're going to run you through them now, and then we'll go through the procedure to make a big batch of it.
9 jars, roughly.
And all your friends will want it if you like it.
Oh, they will. They want it every year, believe me.
Yeah. So, first of all, you've got these little pickled onions, Sharon.
Yes.
What are they called? Shallot? Not shallots.
No, they're pickled onions. They're pickling onions.
Pickling onions, there you go. And how many you got there?
I've got 450 grams of pickling onions, which have been peeled and just chopped.
Okay, and the next one you've got?
I've got 450 grams of runner beans, which I've just chopped. I've got...
A fresh one? This is a fresh one?
1.5 large cauliflower.
All chopped up into little florets.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be staying in these little sizes, aren't they?
Bite size. I know some are a bit chunky, but some like it a bit chunky as well.
Okay.
Then I've got there 450 grams of cucumber, which is about 1.5 large thick cucumbers.
How many grams?
450 grams. Everything so far is 450 grams.
Now, you can see she's chopped all this stuff up pretty small, but it still retains a chunk.
Yeah.
If you want it smaller, chop it up smaller. It's entirely up to you. We like a bit of bite with ours, so that's why they're in these sort of sizes. Right, and what about the rest of the ingredients?
The rest we have here, 450 grams of sugar.
That's just plain white sugar?
Yeah, and we've got 1 teaspoon there of ground coriander.
Okay.
Next to that, we've got 2 large garlic cloves crushed.
Yep.
Next to that, I've got 25 grams of turmeric.
Okay.
Then we've got 2 teaspoons of salt.
Okay.
And then we've got 50 grams of English mustard powder.
That's the strong English mustard powder, isn't it? And finishing off with...
115 grams of plain flour.
115?
115, yeah.
15 or 50?
15, 1-5. I've got a cold, people.
Right, so have I.
And there we have 2.5 pints of white vinegar.
You buy this sort of vinegar.
Yeah.
We buy it in a 5 litre container. Now we got that from our greengrocers down the village, and that's not too dear, that is it?
No, I don't know how much it was, to be honest with you, because I bought the cucumbers and all that with it. That could be used for many things, that white vinegar.
Right, we've got this big, this is what you call it's a jam measuring pot, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you can use a big saucepan, obviously. So, right, you're going to put half of that in there.
2 pints.
It does make your kitchen stink though, Sharon, doesn't it?
Oh, the house will stink. Burn the candles.
We was going to do this outside, but we're both not very well at the moment, and it's very windy outside, and I've got a headache, and we thought, nah, we've done it before in here, so we're just going to do it inside, but it does pong a little bit.
Get the candles on, people.
Yeah. Right, what else now?
Right, then we're going to add to this the onions.
Okay.
And the cauliflower.
There you go.
And then we're going to put this on to simmer for 10 minutes.
Just them 2 things?
Yeah.
Right, so over to our induction hob here. And what are we having this on? Just a low heat, is it?
No, we'll get it going first though. We'll have it at 15.
So we're on 1500 watts. We're going to bring it up. Now, does it boil, Sharon?
We want it to simmer.
Simmer.
Once it starts to boil, turn it down for a simmer.
Okay,
for
then.
10 minutes, so like this cooks.
Okay then, so that's just started to come to the boil, as you can see there. And what we're going to do now is just turn the temperature down, and we're going to just let that simmer for 10 minutes before we add the rest of the ingredients. And you've also lit a candle.
Look at the smell.
Unbelievable.
I know what Jimmy's like. Jimmy can't stand it.
Yeah. We'll give that 10 minutes, folks, and then we'll come back to you. Right, there you go. 10 minutes is up.
Yep.
Now we're going to add the other larger ingredients, namely the cucumber.
Yes.
So that goes straight in. Then we're going in with the
runner beans.
Runner beans. Now we've not used frozen here, folks. As I said, it's probably best to use
I've got to use fresh.
The fresh stuff, because you want that little bit of crunch in your piccalilli. And when you use the fresh stuff, it gives you that more of a bite, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And now you're going in with that sugar as well. So that's all of the sugar goes in, folks. Now that might seem a lot of sugar there, but don't forget this is going to make 9 pretty large jars, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you're also putting the garlic in as well at this stage.
Mind you say that, there's a lot of vinegar in there as well, isn't there?
Yeah, well that's cut off. And don't forget, when you do use this as a condiment, so to speak. You're only using probably a dessert spoon or a tablespoonful on your dinner anyway, so you're not really getting a lot of sugar anyway. It's just to offset the sharpness of the vinegar, and it's a large batch we're making here. Right, so we're just stirring that through now. Make sure everything's dissolved, and then we're going to leave that to simmer for another 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So now we're going to make the rest of the stuff, and this is the reason why you kept the other half of vinegar, because all these sort of dry ingredients here you're going to whisk into make like a paste. So in goes the flour first. We're using a balloon whisk. If you tend to put all this first of all in the pot, it can clump up, doesn't it?
I made the mistake of tipping all that in like that, and I had lumps. Yeah, so I learned the hard way.
As you can see, this way you don't get that lumps, and everything's going to be okay.
Do you want to tip the rest in one at a time for me?
I'll help you out.
Thanks.
In with the coriander, ground coriander. Then we're going in with the turmeric. That gives it its colour, that lovely colour Piccalilli's got. That, and also the mustard as well. In with the salt, we've got Himalayan pink salt there. And as you can see already, it's developing that sort of orangey colour. And now I'm going to put the English mustard powder in, and that will totally incorporate into that mix, and that will give you your flavourings typical of Piccalilli. There you go.
Perhaps we should have a spoonful of this. It might get rid of our cold.
Oh dear, don't say that. That'd probably blow your head off, Sharon.
That amount of mustard, yeah.
Wow. Okay, it's been another 10 minutes on simmer, folks, let's show you. And what you'll probably see is the amount of liquid that's come out. There's loads of liquid in there. But the beauty of this mixture with the flour, Sharon, is the flour will thicken up the sauce.
It will do.
So, right, we're just going to tip all them now. That's the last part of the ingredients going in, folks.
Now the magic happens.
Make sure you get it all in.
This is a very important part. You must not stop stirring this now.
Yep. So for the next 10 minutes, it's got 10 more minutes to cook. We're going to be constantly stirring this, and then it will be done. But afterwards, well, I'll be stirring that while Sharon's preparing the jars, which she'll show you that in a minute. And there you go. That's looking more like it now, folks, isn't it?
Yeah. Right,
10 minutes constant stirring, and then we'll come back to you and it'll all be jarred up. So we're going to do the jars now. Sharon's going to show you how to do that. Right, 10 minutes have passed. It's now cooling down, but you've got the jars here. They're all the same size.
Yeah.
And you've given them a good wash.
Yeah, hot soapy water, rinse them out.
But now you're going to sort of sterilise them now, because it's very important to keep these very, very clean when you're doing like preserves or pickles or stuff that's going to stay in a jar for quite a long time. So we're just going to go to our Kasori oven here. We're going to go down to 140 for 15 minutes. Just 15 minutes. Right, there we go. So they're going to do the same with the rest of them ones there. The lids have all been cleaned as well. Yeah. Will they go in as well? Yeah, I'm going to stick them in as well. Or you can stick them in boiling water. Yeah, or boiling water as well. But these are to get the jar spotlessly clean for when we're pickling. You've also got this little, like a funnel. That goes on there like that, really. Which will sit there. It just makes sure you don't get all the mess running down the jars as well. Okay, so the first batch is nearly done. Sharon's got the lids in some boiling water there. That will just do them all right. And we're just counting down now for the first batch in there. This is still warm, so we're going to do it warm, aren't we, Sharon? Yeah. And the reason being is because when you decant this into your jars and then you put your lids on, when this cools down, it creates a vacuum inside of the jars. And you may know when you open a brand new jar, if you press the middle of it on the lid, it gets that dimple noise. You get that lovely pop when you open it. You get that lovely pop. Yeah. Well, that's because it's created a vacuum inside the jar. So there's tongs up there. Yeah, let's have a little look in here. Right, let's get these out then. Now don't forget, folks, these are going to be very hot, so be careful. So you can actually do these. I've known people do these in a dishwasher, but we'll just do one to show you with first of all, and then you can obviously do your own thing. So they're red hot at the moment. And then Sharon's just going to get her little station, get it right near to it, there you go. And you're just going to decant your lovely liquid. Make sure you try and get an even amount of lumps and bits and bumps in there. And just take it to just under the neck, like that. And then in she goes just like that. And as you say, by using that, you don't get it running down the top there. And I'll just get a pair of tongs now for you. So we can just get one of these lids out. Like that, just give it a bit of a shake. Now I'll just place it on there. Now Sharon could get a bit of tissue just to wrap around it.
Good idea.
There we go, like that. And she'll just turn that on now.
There we go.
And it's done.
Done.
Then gets left over there to cool down.
Yep.
She's got labels to go on the front of that.
Yeah, they're over
So
there.
we're just going to do the rest of these. You haven't got to see that.
Nope.
But use all your equipment up. She's actually boiled up to 10 jars.
Yeah.
Just in case, yeah.
That's it.
And that's how you do that, folks.
Simple as that.
Voila, there you go, folks. Absolutely fantastic. These have got to stand for a couple of weeks.
2 weeks, but that'd be brilliant for Christmas if you leave them now. The flavours will really come out.
And provided you don't open them, they can go on for months, 4 to 5, 6 months even. So that's only if they're not open. Once you open it, you've got to use it within sort of normal days.
They won't last 5 to 6 months.
Because then once you've opened a jar, they normally go back straight away, basically. So
you will never buy shop brought Piccalilli again once you've made this.
Yeah, it's a pretty simple procedure, folks. Do give it a go. If you do like Piccalilli, you've got to try homemade. It's a totally different thing, and this recipe is probably the best I've ever tasted. Anyway, there you go. Don't forget to hit that hype button if you like this video.
Yes.
Also, hit the subscribe button, ring the little notification bell as well. And if you do that, sometimes we put out a post once a month where we're giving away a free air fryer. And we only do that via the community post on our channel. So if you want to get notified that we're putting that post out, hit the subscribe button, ring the little notification bell. That means you should get an update as to when we put that post out. But you've got to give this a go, folks. Absolutely fantastic. But we can't touch it for 2 weeks.
But also labels you can get from Amazon or the local hardware. Well, if they sell the jars, they sell the labels. You get them anyway.
And all Sharon does is put the product on there, which is Piccalilli, and this one's September 2025. Absolutely fantastic. Right, there you go, folks. Hope you've enjoyed that one. We'll see you in the next video, and until then,
bye.
Bye for now.